So we'll start with the prayers. I will share the screen. Okay. These are our Mangala Charan prayers. If you see first prayer which we do, this is for Guru. Without the mercy of Guru, nothing is possible. Like we cannot understand this spiritual subject matter. That's why first we uh, take the blessing from Guru Parampara. Guru. That's why it says Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama. And then we take blessing from Shri Rupa Goswami. There are 6 Goswamis in Vrindavan. They are all direct disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Rupa Goswami is the chief, or you can say the one who wrote all the literature based on which we are now reading today, Bhagavad Gita and all. So Rupa Goswami that is his pranami mantra. Like we take blessing from Rupa Goswami. Okay, and then this is all uh, other 6 Goswamis. Raghunath Das Goswami, Gopal Bhatt. Here the names are given. So Rupa Goswami and his elder brother was Sanatan Goswami. And then there is other 4, Raghunath Das and Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Gopal Bhatt and Chilla Jiva Goswami. These are popularly known as 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Anywhere you go in Vrindavan, everyone knows the 6 Goswamis. Like they were the main. They rediscovered all the pastimes of Vrindavan. Before their arrival, nobody knew what was happened in Vrindavan. It was all forest. So they were the ones who discovered. And then we take blessings and do pranam for uh, uh, Radha Krishna Padan. Yes. So Lalita Vishaka and Srimati Radharani, like who are the main associates of Srimati Radharani. Like there are Asht Sakhis. Amongst those Asht Sakhis, also 8 Sakhis, Lalita and Vishaka are the prominent, who always are besides Srimati Radharani. That's what we take blessing from Lalita and Vishaka. Okay, then this one, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Gopi. This is, we are taking the blessings from Gopesha Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta Namaste. So, yes, Krishna himself. Krishna is also known as Radha Kanta. So this is the mantra which we recite for Krishna himself. The translation goes, "Oh my dear Krishna, you are the friend and distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of gopis and the lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you." So even when we go to a temple and we bow down in front of deities, we can recite this mantra when we are taking the darshan of Srimati like Radha Krishna. So this is one, the pranami mantra, and then another one is which comes in the prasadam prayers also. That is another mantra for Lord Krishna. And then this is for Srimati Radharani, the mantra. Tapt Kanchan Gaurangi. So Radharani's bodily complexion is Tapt Kanchan, meaning molten gold. Like you have seen gold, if you melt that gold, that color is how her bodily color is Gaurangi. That's why known as Gaurangi. And then Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, she is the queen of Vrindavan. That's why known as Vrindavaneshwari. Rishabhanu is his father. Rishabhanu Sute Devi. Sute means the daughter of King Rishabhanu, Pranamami Haripriya. And she is very dear to Lord Krishna. That's why her another name is Haripriya. So then this is the mantra for Pranami mantra for Srimati Radharani. Then we do a pranam for all the Vaishnavas across the world, across the globe. In all 3 worlds, of whoever are Vaishnavas, like they all. So it says that Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, like all the Vaishnavas are like a desire tree. Desire tree fulfills all the desires. Like whatever you ask, it will fulfill. We found these desire trees in spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan. There are trees which are known as Kalpavriksha trees. You ask that tree milk, you ask mango, anything you ask, the tree will give you. It will fulfill all desires. So Vaishnavas are compared to the desire tree who fulfill all the desires for everyone. they can fulfill the desires of everyone just like deity, and they are full of compassion for the fallen soul. That's why so patita nam pavnebhyo, like they are patit means the most fallen. So they have compassion for fallen souls. So that's why we offer obeisances to all the Vaishnavas everywhere. And then we offer pranams to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, who were the who is Lord Krishna himself and who started this Hare Krishna movement, Bhakti movement in 1500, started by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then towards the end we sing Hare Krishna mantra. So this is complete set of prayers before we also known as invocation prayers, and then these are very very auspicious prayers, and one should memorize that these prayers. That is the goal, because then whatever you do, any activity, if you chant these prayers beforehand, then you get the first you are doing the pranam for for all the gurujanas, all the six Goswamis, Vishakha, Lalita, Srimati Radharani, Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so everyone. And then you get the blessings. So let's do. Om Agyanam Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha He Krishna Garuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चादेशतारिणे Okay, so in last class, I think we discussed about the Chaturshloki Gita, which are the 4 verses which are considered as Chaturshloki Gita, means they are the kind of essence of Bhagavad Gita, and those 4 verses are from 10.8 to 10.11, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are the 4 special verses which Lord Krishna spoke in this chapter 10. Very important verses also. That's why it's known as Chaturshloki Gita. So we'll go further today and see what Krishna will speak to Arjun about himself. So this chapter is titled "The Opulence of the Absolute." So here, Lord Krishna is speaking most confidential knowledge about himself. Like normally, you will only reveal about yourself, right? You won't go in public and tell about yourself to everyone. You will only reveal this about yourself to someone who is very very confidential, like who understands you and who you consider as trustworthy. Same is this situation. That's why this is known as very very confidential knowledge. Lord Krishna is explaining this to Arjun through his medium he's telling about his opulence to all the devotees. So this section of the Bhagavad Gita is meant for devotees of Lord Krishna. It's not meant for, as I mentioned, it's not meant for ordinary people or those who are envious of Lord Krishna, or those who think why Krishna is always the supreme, why others not meant for them. Okay. So another, like, the qualification is one should be having a full faith and should not be envious of Lord Krishna and devotees, and should be accepting this knowledge in the favorable mood. right? Okay, so let's see what Krishna has to say. So here, if you see here, after speaking about this Chaturshloki Gita, now Arjun says that, okay, yes, he accepts you are the supreme personality of Godhead, ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are eternal, transcendental, original person, unborn, greatest. Okay, so he's now coming to he's telling all this based on his realization that yes, Lord Krishna is the supreme, he's the ultimate, he's purest, he's the original person, unborn, the greatest. Further, he says that all these facts are not only felt by me, but all the great sages like Narad, Asit, Deval, Vyas, they confirmed this truth about you, and now you yourself are also declaring it to me. Okay, so two things are there, that all the authorities on authorities which are considered authorities like Narad, Asit Deval, Vyas, Vyas Muni, and then Bhishma Dev, Janak Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, these are all authorities, right? They confirm this truth, right, about you, and now you yourself are also declaring it to me. So double proof. There is now in Arjun's mind, there is no doubt that yes, Krishna, he understands that Lord Krishna's true position, that he is the supreme and he's the original person. And not only that, all the great personalities, all the authorities confirm this truth. And now you yourself are declaring it to me. So what more I can say? That is how Arjun was reacting. And then he further says that, oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me, right? So he is not challenging, oh, can you prove me? Can you do that or not? Saying, I totally accept. This is how the devotees should accept Bhagavad Gita. Whatever is spoken, consider it as truth without putting your tiny brain in between that how can this be possible or how that is possible. No, everything which is mentioned in the scriptures is truth. Okay, we cannot experiment and go on. Sometimes people have this tendency of trying to understand the Vedic scripture by their mind, but we need to know that this mind or all the senses are imperfect senses and they are material. They are not capable of understanding something which is spiritual, which is beyond their realm, right? Spirituality can be understood through the medium of devotees by accepting that truth on the basis of Shastra. If Shastra is telling this, then this is true, right? There are like sometimes people believe, okay, I will go with experiments. Like science, today's modern science is all based on experiment. And that's why something which was proven or something which was a thesis 100 years back may not hold true today, right? It keeps changing. Somebody will put forward their hypothesis, and 50 years later, someone else will prove that that previous hypothesis was wrong. And then he brings his new theory and then keeps going on. That's why science has its own flaws, because again, the people who are coming up with these theories are all humans, and humans have four defects. We are imperfect, we have imperfect senses. So through imperfect senses, we cannot understand the truth. But this knowledge which we are reading is not something ordinary. This is coming from someone who has no defect. Krishna is without any defect, and he is absolute. So whatever he speaks is absolute, and that is truth. Okay, that's why we accept as truth. So here Arjuna says, I totally accept this as truth. Neither the demigods nor the demons can understand your personality. Further, he says that no, both of them, like not demigods or demons, can understand this truth about you, and they can't understand your personality. Then he further goes that indeed you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. He says you only know about your own yourself by your internal potency. There is nobody apart from yourself who knows you, and nobody can claim to. Then he further says that please tell me in detail of your divine opulence by which you pervade all these worlds. And then he further asks, and oh Krishna, how shall I constantly think of you? How shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered? O Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he further says, "Oh Janardhan, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words." So this is true for Krishna Katha. It's never satiated. Like the devotees keeps discussing about Krishna Katha lifetime after lifetime. But the more we hear about Lord Krishna and his pastimes, the more our desire to hear more or our taste to hear those katha keeps increasing. This is the secret about Krishna Katha. If you hear any mundane materialistic story, you will not want to hear it again, right? Let's say you watch one movie film and there is a story in the film. Maybe you may watch second time, but you will not keep on watching 10 times same movie. You will feel bored. You would definitely would not. But in Krishna Katha is having that transcendental nectar. Every year you hear that same Katha, you will feel the nectar and you want to taste that nectar again and again. So that is the symptom of Krishna Katha. So that's what Arjun is saying here, that I am never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar. So that's why the devotion service of Krishna Katha is ever increasing bliss. Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Like it keeps on increasing. The more we relish, the more we want to relish and more. And then the nectar which we relish keeps on increasing. However, in contrast, like the if we engage more in the materialistic katha or materialistic gossip or worldly affairs, then it brings what you call it doesn't increase the more we hear. It actually brings more misery because the Krishna Gram, it's known as Gram Katha. Gram Katha is like the chit chat which is going on about worldly affairs and all that thing. So we just need to be aware what's going on around our world, but not to take pleasure and listen. Let's say sometimes I see people keep on listening news channel for hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. So many people comes there, debate about political issues, this, that. This is all disturbs the mind. Like it does not bring any good to us. While if we invest same time in hearing about Lord Krishna, then it brings good to us because it will purify our heart, it will purify our mind, it will purify our senses, it will increase our attractiveness towards Lord Krishna, it will revive our love for Lord Krishna, and at the end we will feel or relish that nectar, which is known as bhakti ras. Ras, everyone is looking after some ras. Ras is the essence which everyone is looking. It's the essence of that happiness. Everyone is wants to be happy. The essence of that happiness is ras, and Krishna is full of that ras. He's the epitome of rasa. He's rasa raseshwar. That's why he's known as rasa raseshwar. So the more we hear about Krishna, the more we enjoy that bhakti ras, and that's what is required for all the living entities. The bhakti ras. Okay, so next, the Supreme Lord says, yes, now from text 19, Lord Krishna will start speaking. Supreme Personality of Godhead says, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent, for my opulence is limitless. So Krishna is telling now, I can tell you about, yes, about my uh, manifestations, like material manifestation, which you can see and feel. But I can only tell some of the prominent ones because my opulence is limitless. You cannot bound Lord Krishna in some limits. He is limitless. He's unlimited. So he will just tell the few which are prominent enough. So he starts with that I am the super soul, O Arjun, seated in the hearts of all living entities. He is saying, I am the super soul. I am that Paramatma who is sitting in everyone's heart and giving the consciousness and giving the direction. And then he says, I am the beginning, middle, and end of all being. So he basically claims, he's saying that I am the one who is the Adi, Madhya, Ant. He's the beginning, middle, and end of all beings. So everything rests in him. How? Because Lord Krishna expands himself in Purusha avatars as Tarunodakshayi Vishnu, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, and Shirodakshayi Vishnu. And then also we see the Brahma, the three murtis of any universe, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma is the secondary creator. Vishnu is that Shirodakshayi Vishnu, who maintains the universe, and Lord Shiva is tasked with the responsibility of pralaya or destruction. All these three are expansions of Lord Krishna only. So he expands in different as different incarnations or different expansions to perform different activities. So he's the beginning, middle, and then after pralay, all the living entities goes inside the body of Mahavishnu and resides there and waits for the next cycle of next millennium. And again, the same cycle keeps happening. So this is going eternally is going on in the material world. So he is the beginning, middle, and end of all beings. Okay. And then he says further that of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. So there are 12 Adityas, right? Chief Adityas. 12 Adityas, of which Krishna is the principal. So he is the Vishnu. And of lights, I am the radiant sun. Of the Maruts, I am Marichi. And among the stars, I am the moon. So he's basically saying whatever you see, uh, and because light we can see, Maruts means the wind which is blowing, which we can feel. Stars, moon we can see. So he's saying, I am the best of the best. Okay, because there are so many lights, right? But sun is the chief. Everything in this universe, if sun is not there, this universe has no meaning. Like everything will be like completely dark. Actually, this is dark, and then sun is the only one which is the source of light in this universe. It's the chief, and there is only one sun in entire universe. Okay, and that sun is saying, I am. It's considered that sun are the eyes of the Lord. And then Maruts, so there are Prabhupada said 50 varieties of wind which are blowing in space, and of these winds, the controlling deity of all the winds is known as Marichi, and that is Krishna, Marichi. And all the stars which we see, hundreds and thousands of stars in the sky, right, at the night. But the brightest star which we can clearly see is the moon, is the most prominent. And all the vegetation all the plants, they derive their nutrition, or they derive their essence from that moonlight. Okay, so moon is again, Krishna is saying, I am the moon, that moon. Further, he says 10:22 that of the Vedas, I am the Samved, of the demigods, I am Indra, king of heaven, of the senses, I am the mind, and in living beings, I am the living force, consciousness. Okay, so again, Indra is the king of all the demigods, there are how many? Like 33 crore, say Devi Devtas. So Indra is the king of all, king of heaven, or king of Swarg. No. And then senses, mind is the one which is the chief sense, right? Mind. If mind is dead, then person is considered like gone. So mind of the senses, he's saying, I'm the mind. And in living beings, I am the living force. That consciousness which we have, that is the symptom of the soul. And that living force, consciousnness, Chetana, is what Krishna is. And further he says, of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. So as I was saying, Lord Shiva is none other than the expansion of Lord Krishna only. There are 12 Rudras. The chief is Lord Shiva. And 11 Rudras, sorry, not 12. There are 11 Rudras, of whom Shankar, Lord Shiva, is predominant. He is the incarnation of Supreme Lord in charge of the mode of ignorance. So he's given a specific duty that Lord Shiva is the mode of ignorance. He is not himself in the mode of ignorance. He is not in Tamoguna. But he has given the charge that you monitor and you be in charge of Tamoguna. So that this is the most difficult task being given to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva is none other than incarnation of Krishna only. Krishna only incarnates as Lord Shiva. No difference between Krishna. It's just a difference of the mood and the difference in Rupa, but uh, so there is no uh, point like the devotees of Lord uh, what you call Lord Krishna considers Lord Shiva as the greatest devotee. Vaishnavas ye yatha Shambhu. He is the foremost Vaishnava, Lord Shiva. So he is the mode of giving the charge of mode of ignorance. And among Rakshasas and Yakshas, say of the Yakshasas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of Wealth, which is Kuver. Kuver is the in charge of treasurer of Swargloka, is the in charge of Lord of Wealth, Kuver, the master treasurer of the demigods. And he is also the representation of Lord, Supreme Lord. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni, and of mountains, I am Mount Meru. Mount Meru is a mountain famous for its rich natural resources. Mount Meru. It's not on this earth, it's a different planet, but Mount Meru is the greatest mountain. Then further he says that amongst the priest, amongst the main priest, Arjun know me to be the chief Brihaspati. So Brihaspati is the priest of all the demigods, and Indra specifically, bro. He's Indra's priest. He's known as Dev Muni, like he's the Indra's priest. And because Indra is the chief, obviously he's the chief priest. Daityas, it's Shukracharya. He's the chief priest of all the Daityas. Of generals, I am Kartikeya. As you know, Kartikeya is the son of Lord Shiva and Parvati, son of Lord Patrus. He's the what you call the chief of the military of demigods, right? So he's saying of the general, I am the Kartikeya, the general. I mean, whenever there is a fight, Kartikeya is the general chief of Indra's military. And of bodies of water, I am the ocean. As we know, ocean is the greatest body of water. Ocean is always the greatest. These are the representation of Lord Krishna in terms of materialistic representation. This is for those who can't think of spirituality. So even for them, he made it easy to remember. So as we see, if someone is worshipping Lord Shiva, he's none other than Lord Krishna. Someone is worshipping in South Kartikeya. Right? There are temples of Kartikeya I've seen South India. Then that is also Lord Krishna. Next go. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. And of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. All the Vedic mantras which are mentioned, like starts with Om. Some people even chant Om only, Om like that. That transcendental sound vibration Om is Lord Krishna. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, the japa. So, right, we do this chanting, Hare Krishna mantra chanting, or sometimes do Govinda, whatever. All the holy names are Lord Krishna only. Japa, which we do. And of the immovable things, I am Himalayas. Himalayas is the Havaranam Himalaya. Immovable things, he is considered, he's saying, I am the Himalayas. So in a way, he's also giving, he's telling all these prominent things which are in this universe. Now in some other universe, instead of Himalaya, there may be some other mountain, main one. So point here is whatever is the greatest or the main things in the universe, it's all Krishna and his energy. Okay. And then he says, all the trees, I am the banyan tree. So banyan tree, as you may have seen, it's not here in Canada, but in India, there are many, many banyan trees. If you go to Vrindavan or Raja, you will see many, many banyan trees. Kadam is called Kadam Kaped. And these are very old trees, thousands of years, 5,000, 10,000 years old, very old trees. Of all the trees, I am the banyan tree. And it's also worshipable tree. Like many people worship banyan tree, worshipable. And of all the sages among the demigods, I am Narad. Of all the sages, Narad is the main. He's the chief Devarshi. That's why he's known as Devarshi Narad. Dev Rishi. Rishi of the Devtas. Dev Rishi Narad. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha. So Gandharvas are also Devtas, but they have this quality that they are very expert in singing and dancing. They are the best of the best singers, right? And Chitraratha is one of the best singer amongst all the Gandharvas. Sings beautifully. So that Chitraratha is none other than Lord Krishna. He's saying basically again pointing best of the best is whatever you can think. He is Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is that. And among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Kapila was the son of Devahuti. There is a whole chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, about between Kapila, Lord Kapila, Kapil Dev, Kapila Dev, Kapil Muni. So he's also Lord Krishna only. Lord Krishna is in Kapil Dev is the incarnation of Lord Krishna, and his philosophy is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. He instructs his mother Devahuti about the science of devotional service. So that Kapila is also Lord Krishna only. Of horses, know me to be the Uchchaishrava. Uchchaishrava is the horse, chief horse, produced during the churning of ocean of when there was an ocean, churning of the ocean, right? Many things came out. So one was that horse which came out from that churning, whose name was Uchchaishrava. Okay. There was halahal poison, which also came. A lot of things came. Elephants came. Eravat was there, which came from that. And Eravat was taken by Indra. And then horse was came Uchchaishrava, which was so all those things, cheap things, Krishna. It's all Krishna. Of lordly elephants, I am Eravat, and among men, I am the monarch. Okay. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. And if you have seen this thunderbolt weapon, that is the dangerous weapon, right? And among cows, I am the Surbhi cow. Surbhi cows are found in the spiritual world, which can be milled. In this, they have a special quality. They can be milled at any time, and they give as much milk as you want. जितना चाहिए उतना milk मिलेगा, and they are always ready to give milk. Okay, so those cows only exist in spiritual world. They do not exist here in material world. So, but then Survi cow, Krishna says, I am a cow, I am the Survi. Of causes for procreation, I am Kandarp, the god of love. And of serpents, I am Vasuki. Okay. Vasuki is the main serpent, like the chief serpent, Vasuki. Next, of the many hooded Nagas, I am Anant, Anantashesh. You see, right? Anantashesh, Balram, which has many hoods. Anant. The whole universe, all the planetary system are residing or resting on the hoods of this Anantashesh. So of all the many hooded Naga, I am Anant, and among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varun. Of departed ancestors, I am Aryama. And among the dispensers of law, I am Yama, Yamraj, the Lord of Death. So Yamraj is again servant of Lord Krishna and Krishna only. Amongst the dispensers, those who give punishment, I am the Yama. Okay. Okay. Aryama, all the Pitras or ancestors, they go to a planet known as Pitraloka, and the Pitralok is presided, the chief presiding deity over there is Aryama. He's the presiding deity of Pitralok. Okay. So that is Lord Krishna. Among the Daityas, demons, I am the devoted Prahlad. Among subduers, I am time. Among beasts, I am the lion. And among birds, I am Garun. So Prahlad was the greatest devotee, 5-year-old boy, but he was born in a family of demons, Daityas. So among the Daityas, there were some great devotees of the Lord. It's not that Daityas are always atheistic, no. Mostly they are, but there are devotees of the Lord also. Okay. So Prahlad was one. And then Prahlad's grandson is who is this man? Bali Maharaj, who is also a devotee of the Lord. Bali. And these Daityas, the like Daityas are also known as demons, or and then demigods are known as Devtas. So they are cousins actually. If you see Srimad Bhagavatam, there was this Kashyap Muni, and he has two wives, Diti and Aditi. Both are two sisters, Diti and Aditi. Both are married to Kashyap Muni. The sons of Aditi are known as Adityas, or they are all the demigods, all the Devtas are sons of Aditi, and all the Daityas are sons of Diti. Okay, so they are actually first cousins because their father is same Kashyap Muni, but they have two mothers, Diti and Aditi. All the Dityas are devotees of the Lord, and all the Daityas are atheistic. So although Prahlad was born in the family of Daityas, he was the great devotee from his childhood. He is considered. So even among Daityas also there are few devotees, but mostly they are all atheistic. Okay. And he says, amongst the subduers, I am the time. So time is the greatest subduer. Everyone has to fall in front of those who are atheistic, also who don't believe in the in God, right? And the time will kill them. Like Lord Krishna says, those who are atheistic, they also face me, but they face me in a cruel way. In the time, in the form of death, I take away everything from them. Okay, so that represents Krishna. Of the purifiers, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapons, I am Ram. Of fishes, so here this is Lord Ram, the Ayodhya Ram. Is of the wielders of weapon, Ram is considered as the chief. And he was a great Kshatriya, wielders of weapon. So no difference again between Lord Krishna and Ram, just the difference of the mood. Lord Ram was all Priyata Purushottam. He did everything as per the rule of book, like perfectly Maryada. And Krishna is Leela Purushottam. He came here to perform Leelas, to relish, to give enjoyment to his devotees, and Ram, Lord Ram came here to establish the moral code of conduct and to see and to teach to the humanity how one should lead their life. Maryada Purushottam. So, of the wilderness of weapon, I am Ram. Of fishes, I am the shark, and of flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Okay. Ganges, Ganga, Mother Ganga is the chief river, holy river. And Ganga, as you know, there is again pastime. It came from spiritual world, Ganga. When Lord Krishna as Vaman Dev, he asked for 3 steps of land from Bali Maharaj. So when he lifted his foot, he pierced the upper layer of atmosphere, material or atmosphere, and this Ganga, Bhagirathi Ganga, it flew from there, and then it touched Lord's lotus feet, and that's how it came to the material world. But it has so much force that Ganges could not come on the material world. Like if it would have fallen like just like that, the Earth, planet, and everything else would be shattered. It cannot bear that force. So then Lord Shiva uh, came into the picture, and he 99.9% Ganges is in Lord Shiva's hair only, and only 1%, 0.1% is what we see today, which is flowing in Haridwar and from in India. That is what we see. But 99% Ganges water is absorbed in Lord Shiva hair only. The earth is not capable of bearing the the force with which Ganges would have come. So Ganges is again the holy water because it came from the spiritual world, and it touched the lotus feet of Lord Krishna as Vaman Dev, and that's why Even we see Ganges water in every yagya, everything, it's the most purifying Ganges water, Ganga water, right? Of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end and also the middle. O Arjun, of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self, and among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. Of letters, I am the letter A, and among compound words, I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time, and of creators, I am Brahma. So this letter A, the first letter even in English, we have letter A. In Hindi, is the first letter. Even in Sanskrit, is the first letter. So that letter A is Lord Krishna. I am, yes, they see, I am all devouring death, and I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. These are the seven opulences which are listed: fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, and steadfastness and patience. All this is considered feminine. These are all feminine qualities. Um, so all this is Lord Krishna. Of the hymns in Samved, I am the Brihad Sam, and of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of the months, I am Marg Sheets, November, December month. This is, and of the seasons, I am the flower bearing spring. He's linking everything, whatever we see in the material world, everything, seasons, flowers, seasons, months, poetry, everything is Krishna. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, I am the strength of the strong. So he is also the strength which we have, or the ability in us to do anything, that is Krishna. Even you see of the even in the cheating, like cheating, there are so many cheaters in the world, but no one can be more deceitful. Like no one can deceive, can cheat Krishna. Here Prabhupada says, if Krishna chooses to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in his deceit. His greatness is not simply one-sided, it is all-sided. It's all-sided greatness. So he's not, nobody can cheat him or deceive him. But if Krishna wants to deceive a person, no one can surpass him in that. He can be more deceitful than any mere man, right? So, of the descendants of Vrishni, I am Vasudev, and of the Pandavas, I am Arjun. Here, he's telling to Arjun that I am, I am you. Of the Pandavas, Dhananjaya. I am the Arjun was the greatest Pandava, right? Greatest warrior. Of the sages, I am Vyas, and among great thinkers, I am Ushan. Among all means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, and of those who seek victory, I am morality. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. Furthermore, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. So he concludes that everything, he is the seed-giving father of all existence. Moving or in moving, he's the bijam. Bijam, he uses the word in Sanskrit. Bijam means beach, seed giving seed. Tadaham Arjuna. He is the seed of entire creation. Not there is no being, either moving or non-moving. This covers entire everything. Moving that can exist without me. So he's saying he's the cause of everything. Nothing in the universe or material creation can exist without Lord Krishna's energy. So that's why he's known as omnipotent. That he has the potency. Without his potency, neither can exist, neither moving nor immoving. And then further he says, there is no end to my divine manifestation, what I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. बोले कि ये तो मेरा बस छोटा सा मैंने अभी glimpse दिया है. This is my opulences are infinite and it cannot be captured in a textbook or in some verses. Like it's infinite. This is just a mere indication of my opulences or infinite opulences. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Just a spark of my splendor. Everything which you see opulent, beautiful, glorious, these creations, just a spark. But what need is there, Arjun, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Okay. He's saying, what is the use? Like, what need is there, Arjun, for all this detailed knowledge? Just believe that just a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So Prabhupada says that Lord here tells Arjun that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. You should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as super soul. From Brahman, who is the chief gigantic entity, down to the smallest ant, everything, all are existing because the Lord has entered each and all and this sustaining them. Okay, so this covers chapter 10 about opulence of Supreme Lord, opulence of the Absolute.
One question.
Yes.
Is Krishna because it is the first letter, or it is used in all words?
The word letter A, yeah, is the main first
First.
alphabet in anything like English, Sanskrit, Hindi is the main first letter.
Oh,
A.
okay.
Yes. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Tejalji, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yes.
The question is, I was reading about the Krishna brings back the 6 dead sons of Devaki. In that story, I read about Balli Maharaja very clearly that, that they came to the down planet Sutala and he was a king of that Sutala planet. And then they then Balli Maharaja asked them that how can I, because he was a big, Bali Maharaja was the devotee of Lord Krishna, and he asked, how can I help you? Please accept my obeisances, and then how can I serve you? And then the Lord Krishna requests them that please, can you give me the 6 sons which are in your household, I think, and then I would like to bring it back to.
Yes.
Am I right, Prabhuji? This is a very
beautiful story. So yeah, this is the thing. Like he brought back those sons which were killed by Kansa.
Correct.
Devaki has 8 sons, including Balram, and Balram was 7th. Krishna was 8th. So first 6 were killed by Kansa. So Devaki has a desire to basically get those 6 back because he missed what you call the pastime or the childhood pastime. And because when Krishna came and met Devaki, Krishna was around 13, 14 years, right? So he missed. So one time he asked Krishna to bring back, and Krishna went to Yamraj, Yamlok, to locate where they are. Yamraj, he told they are now in Sutal planet, and he went to Sutal planet. Sutal planet. Even today, Bali Maharaj is the chief there. Like when Krishna came as Vaman Dev, right? Vaman Dev. There was a pastime Vaman Dev. That time Bali Maharaj was doing his Ashwamedh Yagya, and Bali Maharaj has this desire of becoming the next or like take the position of Indra, the main Indra, Swarglok. He was doing Ashwamedh Yagya. If anyone can do 100 Ashwamedh Yagya, he can become the Indra. So that was the thing, and then he could not finish 100th one because Krishna in the form of Vaman Dev came and took away everything. But Bali Maharaj gave everything to Krishna. And last, in 2 steps, Krishna covered entire universe, like upper, middle, everything. Third step, Krishna told where I put, and Bali Maharaj gave his head. So basically, full Atma Samarpan. And that time, Krishna promised him, okay, you are my greatest devotee. You did not even hesitated even once to give everything. So he said, now you go to Sutal planet and be there. And next time, when the creation will, next millennium, like you will be in the next Indra. So next Indra, after this current Indra will go, Bali Maharaj will become the next Indra, the main Swarglok chief. Right now he's on Sutal Lok. And then, and that was the
Now,
past time. Like Krishna went to Sutal Lok and asked for his six sons of Devaki, Mother Devaki, and brought back Earth planet and gave it as a baby, 6 babies.
yes, Prabhuji, and Balli Maharaja was a grandson of Prahlada.
Prahlad.
Prahlad,
Yes.
and Prahlad Maharaja was Prahlad was a big. He was also a
He's a
devotee
devotee of the Lord,
of Krishna.
5-year-old. Yes.
Yes, but he was born from Hiranyakashipu,
Yes.
the
From demon, Hiranyakashipu.
from
Yeah,
the demon.
Hiranyakashipu was a very great demon. Yes. And
Yeah,
Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narsinghdev, who is none other than again Lord Krishna. So, yeah.
the Aarti which we sing at the temple, right,
Yes,
Prabhuji?
correct. Aarti which we sing, Lord Narsingh Aarti, correct.
Thank you,
Yes.
Prabhuji. That was, I just wanted to have a little conversation. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. So everything you see is connected. But
Yes,
these
yes.
things, these pastimes happens in different yugas, Satyuga, the Prahlad Maharaj pastime, Satyuga, and sometimes in different Satyugas of different millenniums. So it's not even that, because we are now in one cycle, Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kali. After Kali, Satyug will again come. And then this cycle is keeps happening. So some pastimes happen in this cycle, some in previous cycles of Satyuga or Treta, some in previous like that.
So,
Okay.
Prabhuji, you just said the Kali Yuga, after the Kali Yuga, the Satyug will come. That is also written somewhere in the Bhagavad Gita?
Yes,
or-
yes. This is a cyclic
Really?
thing. Keeps happening. Yeah.
Wow,
Then
very
there are
nice.
thousand Chatur Yugas. One cycle is known as Chatur Yuga. 1,000 cycles happens in a just 12 hours of Brahma. So this is also mentioned in Shastras. Like in Bhagavad Gita itself, there was one verse.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. What a knowledge. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yes. Satyuga will come. Right now, there is a lot of time. It says Kali Yuga is 432,000, 432,000, 432,000, and we are only 5,000 in Kali Yuga. So 427,000 more years to go in Kali Yuga before Satyuga will start.
Oh, okay. A lot of time.
Lot of time, yes. Lot of
So,
time.
so Prabhuji, they say that this is a good time of Kali Yuga in terms of
Yes,
seeking for liberation, because after this it's going to be really bad.
correct.
And so is that also written, or is that an assumption?
No, that is also written. We are right now in Pratham Charan of Kali Yuga. This is the first 10,000. Like from now, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time till next 10,000 years is known as golden period, golden age of in Kali Yuga. So for devotees, it's Satyuga. In this time, 10,000 years, this is mentioned. None other than Krishna himself, like that his name and fame will be chanted across the world. Like Krishna's name, Lord Ram's name will be chanted and taken not just in Bharat Bhumi, across the world. And the devotees from all the nationalities like black, white, yellow, whatever, different languages will be chanting the glories of Lord Ram and Krishna. And after 10,000 years, the Kali Yuga will come. And when that will happen, all the places, Tirth, they will automatically vanish. Like, सब लुप्त हो जाएंगे. Like, Govardhan will go, Brij Vrindavan will go, Ganges River will go, everything will go. So that is also mentioned, yes. Okay, next.
The Prabhuji, sorry, go ahead.
When When will that happen? Like Govardhan?
When will that happen?
Yeah.
So more like 9,500 years later.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because Kali Yuga is the full effect of Kali will happen, and when Kali Yuga will spread its wings and everything, then obviously these places of worship will disappear. They don't want to. Tirtha also has personality, like they are all devotees of Lord. They don't want to experience that. They will go away. They will disappear.
Okay. Thank you.
Prayagraj, all these are personalities. Tirthas, they will disappear. Go back to where they came from. To the
So
spiritual world.
Prabhuji, everything will be everything everything will be when everything will disappear. It will all go away like completely. We cannot see anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Now that Kali Yuga will come, it would be so difficult because this demoniac forces will be the one will capture. So we will not be able to see the devotees of the Lord openly, like like how it is in Middle East countries. Like you can't be in open and doing Sankirtan how the way we do here, right? So, but there would be few devotees still around, but they will be doing this bhajan secretly inside, but openly everything will be gone. That's what
And
is
the landscape will change entirely. Prabhuji, we would not witness anything. We would not able to see anything. Only it would be written only in the shastras and the holy books.
Correct. So that will happen. So the bad period is coming, but good news is that right now we are in the good phase. It's like a Satyuga for golden age is going on. So Prabhupada was telling one that all my disciples and grand disciples and everyone who are serious, they will go back to spiritual world in next 10,000 years. And every all the devotees. So it's a good opportunity. Basically, this 10,000 years, if you see in a big scheme of billions and billions of years, this 10,000 years is a very small period, almost a fraction. And that was a small window where the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is flowing like anything. And devotees can just hold on to that mercy and go back to the spiritual world. That's why I keep saying that we should be very, very fortunate that we are at the right time, at the right place, in the right mood. Because after 10,000 years, very difficult to get it's impossible to do the satsang like this, right? Openly. It will all be not possible. Because Kali effect will be so much that everything will be corrupted and saintly people would be killed or they will be made to do their bhajan secretly or not openly. Okay. Thank you. I think we'll discuss next about what I want to say. Yeah, Uddhav Kund or Uddhav Baithak. So there is a place when we do a Govardhan parikrama about Uddhav Baithak. जगह आती है उद्धव बैठक विच इज वेरी क्लोज टू कुसुम सरोवर एक सरोवर है वहां पे. अच्छा, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वांट टू नो कि आपको पता है उद्धव कौन है? हु इज उद्धव? नहीं पता है? अपर्णा जी, आपको?
Krishna's friend.
More than friend. Okay. Anyone who knows who is Uddhav? Venkat Prabhu, you know? तो उद्धव इज एक्चुअली, उद्धव जो है ना भगवान के फ्रेंड है ही है, बट भाई हैं, कजन ब्रदर. तो भगवान के कृष्णा के फादर वासुदेव के जो फादर है उनका बेटे हैं उद्धव. एंड ही हैज अ वेरी स्पेशल रिलेशनशिप विद उद्धव बिकॉज उद्धव वाज हिज फ्रेंड, his brother, cousin brother, and also his main minister in Dwarka. Then a prime minister. He is the prime minister. So Uddhav was the one who always Krishna used to consult with Uddhav in matters. Krishna was the king of Dwarka, and Uddhav is one of his main prime minister. Another thing about Uddhav was कि उद्धव जो है दिखने में भगवान कृष्ण जैसे ही दिखते हैं, सेम एग्जैक्टली. लाइक अगर भगवान कृष्ण नहीं हो और उद्धव हो तो कई बार हम तो डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा डिफरेंशिएट करना, वो सेम पीताम्बर, उनकी हाइट और नैन नक्श दिखने में लाइक वेरी रिसेम्बलिंग टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा। एंड उद्धव इज ऑल्सो वेरी लर्नेड पर्सन, लाइक जैसे हम अभी पढ़ा था ना कि चीफ अमंग द प्रीस्ट इज बृहस्पति। तो उद्धव जी वॉज द वन हु इज द whose गुरु वॉज बृहस्पति, मतलब उन्होंने सारी जो वेद और जितनी भी शिक्षाएं हैं वो बृहस्पति से लिए थी। बृहस्पति जो कि इंद्र के प्रीस्ट है, तो दैट वे ही वॉज वेरी वेरी लर्नेड। तो एक बार की ये बात है, बट उद्धव वॉज, जब आदमी थोड़ा कह सकते हो कि लर्नेड हो जाता है ना, तो he was very much knowing about all the shastras, but he could not understand the love which gopis had for Krishna. उनको लगता था उद्धव जी को कि ये सब माया है, like how can anyone be so much in feeling separation in Krishna, and ये सब माया। तो एक बार की बात है, कृष्णा when he left वृंदावन, राइट, कृष्णा वृंदावन छोड़ के आए थे, तो उन्होंने छोड़ते टाइम सब लोग, उनके माता पिता नंद बाबा, यशोदा मैया और सारी गोपीज, राधा रानी और जितनी भी थी, सब सब लोग बहुत ही लाइक सैड थे, बिकॉज कृष्णा वॉज गोइंग अवे एंड बिकॉज दे वर फीलिंग दैट सेपरेशन, तीव्र सेपरेशन जो व्यथा होती है। कृष्णा ने उनको आश्वासन दिया था कि आई विल कम बैक, मैं आऊंगा वापस, अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ बट मैं आऊंगा। तो वो सब सिर्फ वो एक आश्वासन के ऊपर ही जी रहे थे, नहीं तो वो सबने अपना प्राण उसी टाइम पे छोड़ देते, कृष्णा कभी वापिस आएंगे। और डेली वो कृष्णा को याद करते थे, नंद बाबा, यशोदा मैया, सारी गोपी सब बहुत उदास रहते थे और वो कृष्णा को याद करते रहते थे। तो कृष्णा न्यू अबाउट दिस। एक टाइम था कृष्णा when he was in his palace, now Krishna is the king, big king, he is no more a cowherd boy। अब बड़ा किंग, यू नो राइट, ही कांट एक्सप्रेस कि क्या चल रहा है। और कृष्णा वाज वेरी वेरी सैड, and because he has all the queens and now he's a big person, Krishna was sad and he was crying in silence, like chupke, he was crying in silence because he can't openly cry also. Queens will ask what's happening and he can't express. So one day he was like ऐसे पीछे बैठ के, he was sobbing very heavily and very crying because he was feeling that separation also from Brajvasis and gopis, or and Uddhav was sitting and he came, he could not see Krishna because Krishna ने अपनी पीठ किया हुआ था, but Krishna always wear garland, so his garland was moving, and he was taking deep breaths. So then Uddhav understood कि something is wrong and Krishna is crying. Then at that moment Krishna revealed his heart to Uddhav and ये बोला, उद्धव यहाँ पे सारी ऑपुलेंस है, सब लाइक सब कुछ है यहाँ पे, यू नो राइट, सिटी लाइफ compared to village life, how it is so much sophistication, queens, best of the best, but I am still missing that uh, Vraj. I am missing my Vraj and I am missing the devotees of the Vraj, gopis, my Nand Baba। क्योंकि क्या होता है कि as I was telling कि Krishna is bhavgrahi Janardhan, he relishes that rasa which he had with Brajvasi, स्पेशल एक उनका बॉन्ड है। अभी क्या होता है द्वारका में, when you go, even though everything is there, but वो सब opulence है, कृष्णा does not enjoy that opulence, like अब sophisticated plate में खाना आएगा, कृष्णा enjoys sitting in on the in the व्रज रज, नीचे बैठ के, जो कि सिटी वाले लोगों को गंदा लगेगा कि यहाँ नीचे बैठ के खाना खाते हैं और मिट्टी है, ये है, बट दैट इज व्हाट कृष्णा रेलिशेस। अभी पैलेस में बिग प्लेट में आएगा, टेबल एंड ऑल दैट, दैट इज ऑल सोफिस्टिकेशन, he does not enjoy that, so he was missing, and he understood that even the gopis are missing him and they were feeling that separation for Lord Krishna and Nand Baba. So he tell Uddhav, he, on my behalf I cannot go, because how will I go now? I am here with all the queens. You go on my behalf and console all the Brajvasis there. ठीक है, तो मेरे बिहार पे आप जाना और सब ब्रजवासियों को मेरा एक संदेश भी भेजा था कृष्णा ने, ये संदेश भी पहुंचाना और उनको थोड़ा सा सांत्वना दे के आना मेरे बिहाफ पे। एंड यू आर द ओनली वन whom I trust, और यू लुक ऑल्सो, एक राधे वो भगवान कृष्ण के जैसे दिखते भी थे, तो यू गो। तो ऐसे उद्धव, अब उद्धव को समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि ये क्या चल रहा है, लाइक यहाँ पे कृष्णा भी उदास है, वहां गोपियां भी उदास है, तो लग रहा था ये सब क्या है, हाउ कैन एनीवन बी सो सैड इन सेपरेशन। उनको लग रहा था ये सब माया है, ये सब माया, बिकॉज ही इज लाइक कंसिडर्ड एज अ नॉलेज, वेरी नॉलेजेबल पर्सन। कई बार क्या होता है कि जब आप टू मच नॉलेजेबल हो जाते हैं, बहुत ज्ञान आ जाता है, तो ये जो फीलिंग्स हैं ये सब, यू थिंक दिस इज ऑल जस्ट, जो होता है ना वीक हार्टेड लोगों के लिए है, लाइक रोना और विरह में रोना और सेपरेशन और दिस दैट। ही, तो एक एक रीजन कृष्णा का उद्धव को भेजने का ये भी था कि ही वांटेड उद्धव टू सी व्हाट, हाउ gopis feel for Krishna and to relish that prem, get the idea of what prem is about। तो उद्धव जी जाते हैं वृंदावन। तो वहां पे जाते हैं तो उनका रथ आता है, सीधा पहले जाते हैं नंद बाबा यशोदा मैया के यहाँ पे, तो वहां पे उनका रथ खड़ा हो जाता है, उनको अच्छे से स्वागत होता है। और नंद बाबा और यशोदा मैया तो बिल्कुल सैड थे ही, कृष्णा चले गए, और वो उनको पूछते हैं सबके बारे में कि भाई वासुदेव कैसे हैं, देवकी कैसी हैं, सूरसेन कैसे हैं। फिर बाद में वो पूछते हैं कि हमारा कृष्णा कैसा है, हमारा लाला कैसा है, क्या वो हमें याद करता है या वो वहां जाके हमें भूल गया है। कई बार होता है ना कि आदमी जब गांव से शहर में चला जाता है तो शहर गांव वालों को भूल जाता है, तो शहर आना ही नहीं चाहता, तो इस वे में वो पूछते हैं, क्योंकि उनके लिए तो अब कृष्णा बहुत बड़ा आदमी हो गया, ही इज द किंग। वो बोलते हैं हमें याद करता है कि वो क्या, वो हाउ इज। तो तब उद्धव थोड़ा सा उनको सांत्वना देते हैं कि नहीं, कृष्णा आपको डेली याद करता है। एंड देन ही टेल देम दैट यस, कृष्णा इज द सुप्रीम एंड वी ऑल आर बेसिकली डिवोटीज। तो ऐसे करके ही वॉज एबल टू कंसोल नंद बाबा और यशोदा मैया, ही कुछ सी। नेक्स्ट डे जब वो सारी गोपियां देखती है कि नंद बाबा के घर के बाहर एक रथ खड़ा है, तो वो समझ जाती है कि कोई ना कोई तो आया है, क्योंकि गांव में तो ये, जैसे गांव में, एक छोटे से गांव में कार पहुंच जाए मर्सिडीज बेंज, सारे उसके आसपास आ जाएंगे ना कि कौन बड़ा आदमी आया है। यही सिचुएशन था, घर कोई रथ आया है तो इसका मतलब कोई शहर से आया है। तो वो फिर जब उद्धव को देखते हैं तो उसको ले जाती है साथ में, क्योंकि उनको देख के उद्धव को भी कृष्णा की याद आ जाती है, एज आई वाज सेइंग कि वो बिल्कुल कृष्णा जैसे ही दिखते हैं, जैसे उनके भाई हैं, तो कई बार रिजेम्बलेंस होती है भाइयों में, वैसा ही था। और वेशभूषा भी उनकी कृष्णा जैसी थी, रॉयल, पीताम्बर पहने हुए हैं, गले में माला है, मुकुट है, तो दिखने में भी और सांवले ही हैं। तो वो उनको साथ ले जाते हैं, और गो, गोपियां अपना अपनी व्यथा उनको बताती है, पर वो ना थोड़ा सरकास्टिक वे में बात करने लगती है। जैसे होता है ना, अब तो कृष्णा हमको क्या याद करते होंगे, वो तो बड़ी बड़ी वहां पे रानियां हैं, बड़े बड़े व्यंजन, उनको 56 भोग मिलते हैं। अब कृष्णा हम जैसियों को कहाँ याद करेंगे, जो हम ग्वालिन हैं, हम तो यहाँ पे जो मिट्टी के उसमें रहते हैं, और मिट्टियों के हाथ हमारे एक कुंवर में रहते हैं, और वहां पे तो उनको रानियां करती होंगी, तो हमको कहाँ याद करेंगे। ऐसे करके देवर टेलिंग। और देन उद्धव कैन सी दैट लव विच दिस गोपीज है, बिकॉज दे वर ऑल क्राइंग इन पेन। उसमें से श्रीमद् भागवतम में ये आता है, पूरा चैप्टर ही है अबाउट 10th कैंटो में, अबाउट उद्धव गोइंग टू प्रजा। और उसके बाद राधा रानी का नाम नहीं लिखा, बट ऐसे लिखा हुआ है कि वन गोपी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग टू बम्बल बी। बम्बल बी होती है ये भ्रमर, वो भ्रमर गीत है। तो ही तो वो दैट गोपी वाज राधा रानी, एक्चुअली राधा रानी उसी से ही बात करने लग गई, बम्बल बी से ही, और वो सब एक्सप्लेन करने लग गई अब अपनी अपनी व्यथा। तो उद्धव ये सब देख रहे थे, वो आश्चर्यचकित रह गए कि ये सब गोपियां तो ये किसी और ही लेवल पे है, और इनका प्रेम तो मतलब कि वो हैरान रह गए, उनकी उनके ज्ञान के उससे ऊपर ही चला गया कि ये किस लेवल का प्रेम है इनका, कि ये एक पल भी कृष्णा को भूल नहीं पा रहे हैं। राइट। उद्धव इतना चकित हो गए, और उस टाइम पे उद्धव ने, मतलब ये बहुत बड़ा प्रसंग है, भ्रमर गीत और उद्धव, लाइक ये श्रीमद् भागवत कथा में आता है, मैं तो संक्षेप में बता रहा हूँ। तो उद्धव इतना चकित हो गए, तो वो प्रे करते हैं कि मैं एक क्या कहते हैं, अ, लता लता बन जाऊं इस ब्रज में, और इन गोपियों के जो चरण रज है वो मेरे ऊपर पड़े डेली, उनकी ये अच्छा रहती है कि मैं एक लता ही बन जाऊं, मेरी तो मतलब मैं अगर लता भी बन गया तो मेरा सौभाग्य हो जाएगा कि ये गोपियां इतनी ग्रेट हैं, इवन दो कि ये अनपढ़ है और बिल्कुल में बिल्कुल भी प्राइड नहीं है और बिल्कुल ही अनपढ़ है, बट प्रेम की दृष्टि से देखें तो ही कुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट दीज आर टॉप मोस्ट डिवोटीज, व्हाई कृष्णा वाज फीलिंग फॉर देम, ही कुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट नाउ आफ्टर सीइंग गोपीज। तो उद्धव, जो गोवर्धन में जो ये जगह आती है उद्धव बैठक, इसके पास उद्धव बिकम अ लता नाउ, he is residing there as eternally as a plant, ठीक है, प्लांट के रूप में ही केम, बिकॉज हिज विश वॉज कि जब भी यहाँ से भगवान के भक्त जाएंगे और गोपियां जाएंगी तो उनकी जो चरण रज रज है वो मेरे ऊपर पड़ेगी, और उसी से ही मेरे को, मैं तो उसी में ही खुश हूँ। मतलब मैं उन गोपियों जैसा तो बन ही नहीं सकता, एटलीस्ट उनकी जो पैर की धूल है वही मेरे ऊपर पड़ जाए तो मेरा उद्धार हो जाए। तो विद दैट भाव he accepted and he became a plant in Govardhan, which is near कुसुम सरोवर। उद्धव कुंड भी है वहां पे, बाद में उद्धव कुंड भी बन गया। तो उद्धव बैठक जो है, बैठक बोलते हैं कि जहाँ जगह जहाँ पे बैठ के कुछ कथा होती है, राइट। पहले के टाइम में जो हमारा ड्राइंग रूम होता था उसको बैठक बोलते थे, आज भी गांव में जाएंगे जो जिस रूम में गेस्ट को रिसीव करते हैं उसको बैठक बोलते हैं। तो उद्धव बैठक एक जगह है। तो ये पास टाइम आता है जब कृष्णा यहाँ से चले गए थे, अप्रकट हो गए थे, द्वारका में जितनी भी कृष्ण की रानियां हैं, कितनी सारी रानियां हैं मेन, राइट, 16,000 रानियां हैं। तो वो सब भी अब सेपरेशन फील कर रही थी, अब कृष्णा वॉज नॉट देयर, ठीक है। तो उनको याद आता है कि जब गोपियों सेपरेशन फील कर रही थी, one second, जब गोपियां सेपरेशन फील कर रही थी तो कृष्णा ने उद्धव को भेजा था उनको कंसोल करने के लिए। तो मे भी हो सकता है हम उद्धव के पास जाते हैं और हमारा कृष्ण के बारे में कुछ सुनते हैं, उससे हो सकता है कि हमारा जो हम व्यथा फील कर रहे हैं, हमारा सेपरेशन कृष्णा से, तो वो दूर हो जाए। क्योंकि वो इतनी सेपरेशन फील कर रही थी कि वो जल रही थी। तो वो द्वारका से सारी रानियां, वज्रनाभ जो कि उसके परीक्षित महाराज, वज्रनाभ इन सब के साथ आती है। परीक्षित महाराज जो थे वो अ, अर्जुन के पौत्र हो गए, अर्जुन का बेटे अभिमन्यु, अभिमन्यु का बेटा परीक्षित, और परीक्षित का बेटा वज्रनाभ, ठीक है। तो ये सब साथ में आते हैं रानियों को लेके, क्योंकि अभी पांडव भी चले गए, तो कृष्णा चले गए तो पांडव भी चले गए वनों में, और किंगडम दे दिया परीक्षित को, हस्तिनापुर वगैरह और सब। और तो ये सब रानियों को लेके आते हैं गोवर्धन पे, यहाँ उद्धव पे, और उनको पता था कि उद्धव वहां पे एक लता के रूप में है। और वो इस होप में आते हैं कि भाई उद्धव से हम जब भगवान के बारे में सुनेंगे तो हमारा जो मन की जो पीड़ा है वो शांत होगी। तो वहां पे वो जोर जोर की अब कीर्तन करने लगते हैं सब, ये इसी जगह पर कुसुम सरोवर जहाँ पे उद्धव है। करते करते कीर्तन इतना लाउड हो जाता है कि उद्धव जो है वो लता में से निकल आते हैं, लाइक नाउ ही अपीयर्स एज अ पर्सन। और तो फिर सारी रानियां उनसे बोलती है कि आप हमें श्रीमद् भागवत सुनाइए भगवान के बारे में, हमारा हम सब इतनी व्यथा में हैं। तो उस टाइम पे उद्धव न्यू कि अब कली एंटर कर गया है, कलयुग वाज आल्सो स्टार्टिंग, एंड कलयुग इज बेसिकली बिकॉज ऑफ द इफेक्ट ऑफ कली। कली पर्सनालिटी है, कली बाकायदा, लाइक शुरू शुरू में जब कली का फेस सामना हुआ था परीक्षित महाराज से, परीक्षित महाराज के वो उस पे मुकुट पे बैठ गया था कली, तो कली इज अ पर्सनालिटी। तो उद्धव परीक्षित महाराज को बोलते हैं कि आप जाओ और आप सबकी ये चारों दिशाओं में रक्षा करो, क्योंकि ही न्यू कि अगर मैं श्रीमद् भागवत यहाँ रानियों को सुनाने लग जाऊंगा तो एक कली इंटरप्ट करेगा ही करेगा, का काम ही यही है कली का करना। तो वो परीक्षित महाराज को बोल भेज देते हैं, बट बाकी सारी रानियां और वज्रनाभ और वो सब वहां पे बैठते हैं और कथा सुनते हैं श्रीमद् भागवत की उद्धव से। दैट्स वाई इट्स नोन है उद्धव बैठक। बट परीक्षित महाराज थोड़ा सा हो जाता है ना, निराश हो जाते हैं कि अब मेरे को कथा सुनने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा। बट वो उद्धव उनको बोलते हैं कि बहुत जल्दी आपको जो सुखदेव गोस्वामी है उनके मुख से कथा, भागवत कथा का श्रवण का अवसर मिलेगा, तो आप निराश नहीं हुई, आप प्रोटेक्शन करिए बेसिकली जगह की, बस ये दैत्यों से और कलियों से। तो जब वो कथा आप शुरू करते हैं उद्धव श्रीमद् भागवत की, और रानियां कथा सुनती हैं, तो एक आश्चर्यजनक चीज होती है, लाइक रानियां जब कथा सुनती हैं तो वो कथा सुनते सुनते ही इतने भाव में चली जाती हैं। तो वो जो ये सब रानियां कोई ऑर्डनरी नहीं है, ये द्वारका में भी जो स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में भी भगवान की रानियां ही हैं। जैसे जितनी हैं कालिंदी और रुक्मणी, ये सब भगवान की रानियां हैं। तो ये कथा सुनते सुनते एक के बाद एक अपना शरीर छोड़ती जाती है और अपने जो स्वरूप है, इनका जो ओरिजिनल स्वरूप है स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में, वहां पे पहुंच जाती है, परम पद पे। सब एक के बाद एक जितनी रानियां हैं सब एंड तक कथा खत्म होती है तो कोई नहीं बचता वहां पे, सब वहीं पे अपना शरीर त्याग देते हैं and वो भगवान के धाम चले जाते हैं द्वारका। और वहां पे अपना जो इटरनल वहां पे है सब, वहां पे हो जाता है। तो वज्रनाभ एंड में बचता है, वज्रनाभ तो यहीं पे रहते हैं। और फिर वज्रनाभ वहां पे जो ये उद्धव बैठक है, अब यहाँ पे मंदिर है एक बहुत बढ़िया, वो वो मंदिर स्टैब्लिश करते हैं वहां पे, उद्धव जी की बेटी है। और कुंड भी बनवाते हैं वहां पे, उद्धव कुंड, कुसुम सरोवर के पास ही है ये। तो ये पास टाइम यहाँ पे हुआ था, उद्धव जी ने वहां पे सारी रानियों को श्रीमद् भागवत कथा का श्रवण कराया। और आज भी वहां पे जाते हैं, और उद्धव जी कहते हैं कि वहां पे आज भी प्रेजेंट है वही लता के रूप में। तो जितने डिवोटी परिक्रमा कर रहे हैं गोवर्धन की, तो उनकी जो चरण धूल है उसी को लेके वो अपने को आ, लेके अपने को वो भाग्यशाली मानते हैं। ठीक है, तो अभी हम इसका एक मैंने वीडियो भी निकाला था कि जिसमें इसके दर्शन होते हैं, वो वीडियो देखते हैं। One second. Okay. So we'll start with the B5 visa is bound. One second. रिकॉर्डिंग शुरू हो गया। Okay. तो अभी let me share my screen again and now we can watch the video. Just a brief. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
तो ये है उद्धव, अभी दिखाएंगे। ये उद्धव कुंड है, तो यहाँ पे लता के रूप में उद्धव जी हैं। उद्धव कुंड गोवर्धन मंदिर श्री उद्धव बिहारी जी। दिस इज अ टेम्पल देयर, मेन टेम्पल। ये राधा कृष्ण की जोड़ी है, एकांक जुगल किशोर की। और एक आएगी अभी डीटी उद्धव बिहारी जी, ये श्री श्री राधा उद्धव बिहारी जी। तो उद्धव इन द फॉर्म ऑफ कृष्णा एंड राधा रानी।
Prabhuji, there is no sound.
साउंड नहीं आ रहा आपको?
No, there's no sound. You may want to switch your audio to concert.
ऑडियो टू
Concert.
इसमें ना एक सेटिंग होता है एडवांस में जाके, लेकिन शेयर शेयर साउंड। अभी देखना, अभी आया क्या साउंड? अभी आया?
Yes.
हाँ,
तो उनका जो प्रेम का जो आंसू ग्राह है वो कुंड है उद्धव कुंड। ये उद्धव जी है।
देखो गुल लता का नाम भी है, गुल में लता। यहाँ पे कहानी पूरी उत्तराखंड की जो मैंने अभी बताई है संक्षिप्त में लिखी। उद्धव जी यहाँ पे बैठ के सारी रानियों को श्रीमद् भागवती कथा सुना रहे हैं। इज द उद्धव कुंड.
How to get the most of Grammarly free.
It's Kayla on behalf of Grammarly to tell you.
तो उद्धव जी यहाँ पे लता के रूप में. तो ये है उद्धव जी का जो है. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम आप जब जाएंगे गोवर्धन, तो यहाँ पे आप जब रुकेंगे, उद्धव कुंड आएगा इसके साथ भी, तो वहां पे दर्शन करना. देन यू विल रिमेम्बर दैट यहाँ पे भगवान उद्धव जी ने रानियों को, भगवान की रानियों को कथा सुनाई थी श्रीमद् भागवत की. और उसके पास में अगली बार एक और करेंगे, नारद कुंड भी है. नारद कुंड में क्या हुआ था कि नारद जी को भगवान की गोपियां बनना था रासलीला में, तो उनको डुबकी लगाई नारद कुंड में, और उसमें से जब निकले तो नारद जी वापस गोपी, वापिस गोपी बन गए. ललिता जी ने उनको डुबकी लगवाई थी नारद जी को. पास में ये नारद कुंड है, और नारद जी ने वहां पे ये जो नारद भक्ति सूत्र है वहां पे बैठ के लिखा. तो बहुत अमेजिंग अमेजिंग जगह है गोवर्धन की. तो ये एक उद्धव कुंड है. और गोवर्धन अपने आप में ही ऐसे बताते हैं जो हमारे अ, आचार्य हैं, कि गोवर्धन अपने आप में ही मोर के रूप में है, पीकॉक. उसकी जो शेप है वो पीकॉक जैसी है. और जब हम परिक्रमा भी करते हैं तो वैसे ही आगे से बड़ा, फिर पीछे से छोटा हो जाता है पूंछ जो होती है. तो पीकॉक के रूप में. ठीक है, तो अभी टाइम हो गया है. नेक्स्ट टाइम हम कोई और इसी में से, गोवर्धन में से ही और एक जगह का कथा करेंगे, लाइक मे बी कुसुम सरोवर या नारद कुंड या कोई और, एक और. आई विल जस्ट चेक इट. ठीक है, तो ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग. ओ आई सी सर्वकांता माता जी ऑल्सो ज्वाइनिंग. हरे कृष्णा माता जी.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा.
कैसे हैं आप? हरे कृष्णा.
बस